G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? Back in the Neverwinter. Riding along this path. Why did I... what? What? That seems like a longer cut. Okay, anyway. Oh, perhaps because it's on the road. Right. It's better for my horse. For my horse's legs.
The Ashmedai must not prevail. I thank you for this small mercy. Considering the nature of our foe, I fear for the souls of even the most righteous soldiers. Your efforts have given them some measure of peace.
Yes. Alright, cool. Talk to this merchant for a second. Although I don't really have to do this anymore because I got my own guy, right? I got my own guy that I can take along with me. Can get him to pop out at any time and sell away. But that's okay. Cool. Sell that, sell the treasure. I've got a lot of things. Actually, there's a lot of white items here. A lot of white items I can get rid of. Fortification potion increases defense. Well, this one here is actually recommended over what I'm using. But we got a few rings here that need to be identified, so I'll just get rid of it. And just make the space. Let's have a look.
So many dead.
Level 96. 93. Got a critical strike. Is that right? Oh, this is a white item too. Oh, fine. It's got crit strike on it. Looks pretty cool.
So
many dead. Absolutely. See if we can identify as much as possible. Got another amulet over here. It's got 119 maximum hit points plus recovery. Yep, pop that on. Grab that. Need more ID scrolls, it looks like. I like my plus 147 armor penetration boots over this one. This one's got movement on it though, which is nice. Alright, I think that'll do. Let me talk to you once again. Sell the rest. Get rid of those boots. Those two. Gotta ID that bow. Ah, it's a level 29 bow. Alright, cool, let's go. Everyone's coughing around here, so it's probably not the best place to hang around. Oh no! Yeah, they're here, imps. What are you doing? Alright, so we're gonna ride up here now. Montruvia!
Cultists and devils in the streets. I'm glad Helm cannot see this. Even though my god Helm is long dead, as his last living priest, I am called upon again to defend the helpless against those who would do him harm. These weapons will help, as will news of your arrival. Thank you for bringing these weapons, and many trapped within Helmshold under the heel of the Ashmedai were watching you from the walls as you fought. We prayed for your success. Word has spread even to us here in Scar Alley. The people know that help is here, but so do the Ashmedai and their infernal masters. I can only hope the help you bring will be enough. The vile Ashmedai want to make the poor, sick people of the Underscar suffer even more by poisoning their water supply. I still have a few vials of a holy antidote that can purify the wells, but the fiends are always watching me. They won't let me get close enough to bless the water. If you can use the antidote on the wells for me, it could save many lives. Scar Alley was always filled with the sick and the poor, but now this plague of devils has made a bad situation even worse. Those already sickened will need a cure, but with Helm's power all but gone, I'll need to rely on my medicinal skills to help him. If I'm to find an antidote, I'll need you to wrest samples of the poison from the Ashmedai themselves.
Alright, let's help the people.
I don't know if the city will ever be the same.
The lore of the Helm. The greater god Helm was a god of guardians and protection. Known as the Watcher and the Vigilant One, Helm was an eternal sentry against the forces of disorder and chaos. Amongst the oldest of Toriel's gods, Helm was often worshipped by knights and paladins. When the gods were forced to walk the world during the time of troubles, Helm was given the duty to guard the celestial stairway to the planes. This duty forced him to fight his fellow gods, and even slay the goddess Mistra when she tried to force her way past. Though Mistra was reborn, the contempt of the gods weakened Helm greatly. After the time of troubles, Helm's clergy became involved in the conquest of the Maztica across the trackless sea, and stories of their tactics hurt the worship of the Watcher even further. Helm's faith and powers were only starting to recover in 1384, the year of his death. This is not the end of Helm's Hold.
Though times are
No.
dire, I know
His
Helm's
brother
Hold
Satar
will
entrusts you to...
recover.
My brother is Councilman Aldwin Graves, an important man whose word carries great weight in Helm's Hold. This makes him a valuable prize to the Ashmedai, and I've learned they have plans to abduct my brother and force him to join their cult. I tried to warn Aldwin of the danger, but he is a stubborn man and refuses to leave his home in Scar Alley. Please, can you go to my brother's house and make sure he and his wife are not abducted by those
Sure.
devils?
Go and make sure that they haven't been abducted. Let's have a look here. We got some powers. Powers to upgrade. Aspect of the Lone Wolf.
These are dark times for Helm's Hold.
Yeah, we'll go over that one. Some new feats. Another one there. And level up box adventure reward 6. Oh, good. Beautiful. While we're here, we should actually collect all our profession rewards.
I don't know if the city will ever be the same.
Go with the 6-hour one. Okay. Actually, hang on. Let me have a look at this box. Get some quartz. That's 7. Where's 6?
I don't know if the city will ever be the same.
Or did it already open it? I don't think so. Alright, anyway, let's
These
move.
have come to Helm's Hold.
Let's get a move on. We're going this way. Scar Alley. Scar Alley, despite the spell plague, the ground upon which Helm's Hold is built softened, causing a collapse in the city's old sewer systems. While the site of the collapse was officially abandoned as more refugees and spell-scarred entered the city, it was slowly repopulated by the most poor and sickly who could find no shelter elsewhere. Riven by violence and poverty, the area was nicknamed Scar Alley. The Ashmedai have spent relatively little of their time securing control over Scar Alley, preferring instead to secure the richer and more defensible core of Helm's Hold. Instead, they have been slowly depopulating Scar Alley, kidnapping the weak and defenseless to use as human sacrifices for more summoning rituals. What have we stepped into here? You can hear the screams. Get the unholy poisons. Let's rescue the councilman. Let's go, buddy. Hey, stop picking on my puppy there. Okay, loot popping everywhere. That looks interesting. Interesting item to have in your house. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The heck is going on here? What's with the statues? The Shrine of Rest? Shrine of Resurrection? Right, down they go. What's going on here, buddy?
It seems my brother was right, and my own stubbornness nearly cost us everything. I'm glad he sent someone to save us despite my obduracy. I'll be certain to tell the rest of the city council of your bravery and prowess. We can make our escape to the nearby window. Take whatever you fancy on your way out. I'd rather you have it than the Ashman.
Run, councilman! There's no time for waving, we said run! Out the window! There you go. We jump out the window too?
You cannot stop us.
Oh, they're everywhere, aren't they? Alright, that's all the poison. Pour holy water into the well. well is purified. Actually, I don't think I've ever looked into this, but I wonder if this is cross-platform. There's a fair few games that are available on console now. There's this one, or now Terra, Star Trek. I believe Terra isn't cross-platform. Final Fantasy, of course, which is with the PlayStation. DC Universe Online? Yeah, there's a couple now. I actually wonder. I wonder whether they are cross-platform. Something I'll have to Google today. Okay, all jobs done. Good, let's go. Chat to the people. We got him, Corlin. We got him.
Helm's Hold is a dangerous place. My brother wishes to relay his thanks to you for rescuing him from the Ashmedai. At least this close call has given him reason to heed my warnings, and I've convinced him to stay in hiding for now. Of course, he says he only agreed for his wife's sake. These are dark times for Helm's Hold.
For all the people of Helm's Hold, I give you thanks. I fear it's up all I let happen to Helm's Hold. I'd kept my folly with this final failure. Thank you for helping an old man fulfill his duty. I'll take those foul poisons from you. With these samples, I should be able to use my knowledge of healing to find a permanent cure. The Ashmedai are trying to make an example of anyone they catch trying to escape. They board them up in their homes to slowly starve. We must free these poor doomed souls. Break down the barricaded doors and release those trapped inside. The worst moment of the Ashmedai's triumph was when their zealots revealed themselves. Men whom we thought were our neighbors and friends suddenly exposed the brands which proved them traitors and fanatics. We were all caught unaware as they attacked, slaying those who trusted them while uttering blasphemous prayers to a fiend. Those branded zealots have known no justice for their treachery. I would see this rectified.
Alright. You would see this rectified, but you want me to do the rectification. I don't think you're going to see much from back there, though. You need to come in there with us. We need to get this job done together. Alright, so. Help refugees, kill branded zealots. Yeah, bust down barricades. Break down the doors. Wherever, here we go. Off you go, folks, run! Helm's Hold's Cathedral. Considered an architectural triumph, the Cathedral of Helm's Hold stood at the center of the city as a beacon of faith and a bastion of safety along the oft-dangerous roads of the Sword Coast. After Helm's death, it was largely abandoned, save for a few aging priests who remained faithful to their late god. Through its long years of near abandonment, the cathedral's sturdy construction has protected it from harm, even as other parts of the city of the Sword Coast itself suffered from the Spell Plague and the Cataclysm. The Cathedral of Helm remained undamaged, and now it has been profaned by the Ashmedai, and those who've gotten close see the cracks and chips have begun to appear in the once embellished stone. Do we have some more? Oh, we have to... Yeah, what are we doing here? Looks nice, but it shouldn't be there yet. We've still got people to break out. There's a bunch of branded zealots right here.
Another sucker!
All the barricades. Must have run like right past them all or something. Although this area is quite large. Deep scar over there. Okay. Barricades, barricades, barricades.
Damnation take you!
Ah. Here we go. Here's another one. That one's complete. Still got 2 more places that have been barricaded. Maybe he's gonna point us directly to those doors now. Come on, Barry, get in there, buddy. Okay, all complete. All completey. We'll ride back out. I don't know how they could be how they can be commoners and so on, and they're like quite comfortable being amongst all these devils. Happy enough to just have a good old friendly chat, chinwag.
Is this the end of Helm's Hold?
That is a great relief. The Ashmedai hunt the sick and the righteous, dragging both into the sanatorium beneath the old monastery. I shudder to think what horrid fate awaits them in that profane place. Now, some may make it to safety, thanks to you. Though there are still many branded zealots on the streets, Your efforts do not go unnoticed. Now, instead of blasphemous chants, they whisper your name in fear, and know that justice comes to them for all their treachery.